Wellness Wednesday is brought to you by Adventist Health.
I'm Kevin Trett. Welcome back. It is Wellness Wednesday, and we are talking some great food. If you remember a week ago, we were talking about mushrooms in the kitchen. Now we're going to incorporate those mushrooms into a delicious recipe. Right now, Matt Payne with Morrison Healthcare at Adventist Health is joining me, and we've got all the great ingredients, including the mushrooms we made last week.
Exactly. So we do have our bacon mushrooms, which we're going to use. So we're going to start off by poaching an egg. So it's kind of one of those things, a lot of people have some fear about poaching eggs. But we're going to make it a little bit easier, give you a couple little tips and tricks to make sure that's going to happen. So the one thing to remember is that you're going to mess up sometimes. It's not going to work. So have a couple eggs.
I mess up even doing hard-boiled eggs. I don't do them long enough.
So one of the key things is put them in a ramekin first.
Okay.
And now we can make sure, all right, my yolk isn't broken.
You can see it.
And the other trick is a little bit of white vinegar.
Okay.
And that's going to help the proteins coagulate and kind of come around a little bit. So if you look at this, you see just tiny little bubbles.
It's not to a full
Exactly.
boil.
If you want to be kind of nerdy about it, you want about 185 degrees.
Okay. Yeah, that's getting nerdy now.
Exactly. I'm used to it. So we're going to give it a little stir. We're going to create just a gentle whirlpool in there.
Oh, I see that.
So if you look, now I can get really close when I dip this.
Uh-huh.
And just gently put it in, and you'll see the white kind of curl around.
Right, almost immediately.
Exactly.
Oh, wow.
So we're going to let that sit for about a minute, minute and a half. And right now, we're going to get our salad dressing ready.
All right, I'm just fascinated about how that just happened. It just like encased itself, the yolk.
Exactly.
All right, wow.
All right.
Something new.
So our salad. So we're making a bistro frisee or a salad lyonnaise. So this is a salad from Lyon. Normally it's made with bacon and bacon fat, which is nice. It's wonderful. It's delicious. But again, sometimes we want it a little bit lighter.
Right.
So we're using frisee lettuce. So that's this right here.
I was wondering what that was.
It's a little bit bitter. Which is why we need kind of that fat into it to kind of counteract everything.
Gotcha.
So we're going to start with our dressing, and you can just pour everything over the top and give it a nice little toss. So we have sherry vinegar.
Okay. There we go.
Shallots.
We got the shallots.
Mm-hmm.
Perfect.
A little bit of Dijon mustard. You can use whole grain or yellow mustard if that's what you have in the house.
All right.
Then just give that a quick toss.
Okay.
All right, now we're going to add a couple things. We saved a little bit of the liquid from when we cooked the mushrooms last week. We actually made new mushrooms for this week, so we haven't been sitting around for a week.
Don't worry.
So we have a little bit of the mushroom juice right there.
Right there.
And that's going to kind of be that bacon fat. It's going to give it a little bit more of that earthy flavor to it. It's going to counteract that bitterness a little bit.
Okay.
And then we're going to add our bacon mushrooms.
There we go.
Okay. And we're going to add some herbs. So we have chervil, tarragon, and parsley.
All right.
So there's the parsley. Chervil, for those of you who don't know, it's kind of a lighter parsley with a little kind of anise or licorice flavor.
And that's what this one is?
That's the little one right here, yeah. So these little kind of cute.
Ones. Oh, okay.
These little kind of
that
cute
look
things.
like regular parsley.
Yep.
Okay.
And then that's the tarragon. So tarragon does have that bigger kind of licorice flavor. So give that a toss.
So when we look at this salad, it looks like it's packed in nutrients. Talk about a little bit of the nutrition value in this.
So we got some wonderful nutrients in here. So the frisee is kind of like a bitter green, almost think of it a kale, even though it's not that same color. A lot of antioxidants, good for heart health, of course, fiber in there too. The mushrooms, high in iron. So if you don't eat a lot of red meat or you don't eat a lot of animal products, that's great. It's a really soluble iron. Sometimes you take the pills, your body doesn't process it as well.
Gotcha.
So this is great for that.
Perfect.
So grab that, throw it in the bowl.
Okay.
And I'm going to check our poached egg here. And what we're looking for is the yolk still soft. So you can pat it with a finger and see this. So our white's nice and cooked, and our yolk is still soft. Now, one of the other tricks is I have a little towel right here.
A little cloth?
Yes. And we're going to tilt this. We have a slotted spoon. We want to get all that liquid out of there.
So that it doesn't water down the salad itself.
And then we're just going to plop it right on top there.
Wow. This is from like a 5-star Kevin Trett restaurant right here.
Yes.
Here we go. Let's see. I can tilt it right to the side.
The one last thing, we're going to drizzle a little bit of olive oil on there.
A little bit of olive oil on there. All right. A little drizzle.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
And then we're going to eat it.
And now we're going to eat it. All right. Do we want to close up first? Look how beautiful that is. With the egg on top and everything. All right. There you go. Be my luck, it'll fall out. Okay, here we go.
So there we go. So mix it all up. That yolk is going to give that kind of fatty flavor. Again, that nice roundness of food. We have bitter, we have fatty, we have a little bit of sweet.
Oh, Maddie Jansen would be so happy that I'm eating greens and. Delicious, and it really tastes good incorporating those mushrooms that we had last week.
Yes.
Perfect.
All right.
All right, a delicious recipe on this Wellness Wednesday. Thank you so much, Matt, for coming in.
Thank you.
We'll be right back.